Everyone else is excited about this as we are.
You see, we were so focused on actually bringing back Kingdom Hearts Birth by or Dream Drop Distance that nobody asked if we should. But regardless, we're pushing on anyway. We're almost done with the first part of this game. The first part. Tears of a Clown.
Yeah, we have to go back to the part where we play through the levels again. That happens in every Kingdom Hearts game.
Creatively bankrupt.
I'd like to take this opportunity to comment and point out that I have so checked out on giving a shit about this game that I've been drunk for about half an hour already.
I'm not allowed to drink on these ones because I'm the one in control.
I mean, that didn't stop me in Birth by Sleep.
Would drinking make you play better?
Couldn't make him play much worse.
It's true. I don't claim to play good.
Right, so we've got...
Did both people get through this?
Yes,
Yes.
that's why it says complete.
Okay, they're both complete.
Yeah, we actually, for once, we actually managed to complete an entire world in one session.
With both Sora and Riku.
So all we have left is the Symphony of Sorcery, which we're still like 8 levels too low for.
Dive.
Break all the points.
It's finicky that wants to let me play flowers, apparently.
Oh no, eagles!
I think it's a timing thing, because I think the first one you did, the circle was still red when you hit it. I think it has to be yellow.
Magic.
Birds, bats. The level we're going into, this is the one based on Fantasia, right?
I believe so, yes.
Okay.
Yes, this should be the level based on Fantasia. We're good.
Why so?
Just one of the new worlds that we've never gotten before.
Correct.
Yep. I mean, Chernobog showed up previously, but that's about
Yes, Chernobog did show up previously. Now we're taking it to his own turf.
it. Yep. Oh, hey, Hunter Green.
Hey, how's it going?
Howdy.
Just in time to see me smash into a bunch of stuff while dropping into this new world.
The Symphony of Sorcery.
Let's see, what questionable things can we run into in this?
The
Pegasus?
the thinly veiled racism allegory with the centaurs.
Yeah, centaurs, that's what I was going for.
Yep.
And here's Mickey ruining everything.
Yeah, Birth by Sleep is, if you're not playing honestly on Proud mode, is not super much of a challenge. So I can see going on beginner is pretty cakewalky.
Oh, Birth by Sleep on beginner?
Yeah, he started playing through, so his first story he was doing on beginner.
That's gonna go quick.
Yeah.
Something seems off. King Mickey.
I feel the darkness flowing through me.
I'll give you an aria of sorrow. Ha ha!
Is this what's troubling him? All right.
Gonna break these books.
What in your entire past experience made you believe for a second that was going to fucking work?
I'm Mickey, the sorcerer's apprentice.
Mickey, please stop showing your gooch to us.
Look at the gooch.
Wait, am I in some world where the king was still in training? So does that?
Yeah, I could see that. Trying to make sure you get through it quickly enough for Kingdom Hearts 3, but
I'm Sora, the apprentice of Hey, listen, your magic. I gotta stop that. Mickey, what can I do to save you?
Thank you, Sora. But it's no use. A monster's possessed that music. And he's releasing darkness that stops anybody from going in there to fight him. To dispel the darkness, we need a
Oh,
I fucking hate you.
Do we want to rethink drinking on this one?
Okay, where do I get a sound idea?
I don't know. There hasn't been one in the series yet.
Yeah, beat me to it.
Not every day I get to do
Is there a time Sora doesn't pull a complete meathead?
Long story. So what exactly is a sound idea?
Oh boy.
Inside this musical score should be a power that can sweep away any
You
darkness.
can summon that. Why haven't you used it yet?
In between those cuts.
Well, clearly, despite being able to talk mentally for anyone in this area, he's incapable of doing anything but sitting there and going like this.
And showing off his gooch.
Got it.
Well, that goes to the territory. That's unrelated to what's currently going on.
Yeah, Birth by Sleep is, it's not actually a terribly long game if you're not an idiot like us and do things on Proud Mode and then do things like don't actually
Fight enemies.
throughout the entirety of Ventus's story and therefore have to grind like a motherfucker to actually beat Vanitas. That certainly didn't happen. Hey, rhythm game.
Yeah.
Look, we should just be able to fishy fun our way through this entire thing.
And
You
you
know
know.
we're watching it.
Yeah.
Steal Yunsid's hat.
Oh, he takes this long, exaggerated look like, oh? Oh?
Oh, I did a ton of grinding off stream after I got to the point where I reached the Vanitas fight and could not beat it.
Yeah, there was a lot of arena grinding. Both to get XP and to level up abilities so we could do proper merging.
But yeah, no, my so we each took one story in Birth by Sleep, and I did Ventus's story, and basically refused to actually do random fights when they weren't necessary. And this essentially did not become an actual issue at all until the Vanitas fight.
Moog! Form a triple jump attack.
Then we got to the Vanitas fight, and I seriously spent probably an extra 20 hours off camera grinding that game in order to get levels and skills enough to actually beat Vanitas, because Vanitas is a cheap son of a bitch. So we already have one of those. We have a sliding crescent in stock. We have aerial recoveries that just aren't equipped for some reason.
We don't have a payback, right?
Nope. So Balloonga and the other balloon spells may not be in Birth by Sleep. However, mines are.
Yep.
Yeah.
The mine spells are kind of effectively the same thing. If anything, actually a little bit more effective because the highest level mine spell just has homing mines.
Yeah. Well, the highest level mine spell is homing mines. The lower one's like one puts down.
I think
like
the homing
line
mine
of,
is
like,
aqua
8.
only though.
Yeah, homing mine is aqua only. But there's one that puts like a 2x4 block of mines down. And this one all you really get is 5 balloons.
Let's put it this way. In Shiv's playthrough with Aqua, the entire Monstro boss fight was pretty much just him standing on an island,
Dropping a ton
of
of
mines
mines
and waiting for
come in.
Monstro to slam face first into them. and never actually having any challenge.
Yeah, the monster fight's supposed to be like a multi-wave thing where you fight inside of him, you feel the enemies, and you go out and you actually fight Monster himself. And he's only active for like 30 seconds, then he eats you again, you have to beat enemies up to get outside.
I think we two-cycled it.
I two-cycled.
Because mines are broken. And yeah, Aqua's playthrough. Aqua is the only one that gets the homing mines. Every other character has access to the other levels of mines, like Mine Square and Mine Line and all that stuff.
Yep.
So those are well worth it for Terra and Ventus if you're going that way. Aqua just gets the broken one, which is literally just you lay them down, and then once somebody gets anywhere near them, all the mines just seek them out and blow up.
Yeah. Plus, Aqua is also the magic-focused character, so and
They
the
do
mines
more
are
damage.
magic-based, they do more damage. What was our new Keyblade?
All for one.
Slightly less strength, slightly more magic.
Well, I can't do that. Two slots. Okay. First, let's throw Tornado Strike in here. Let's drop the Cure and the Balloon. Oh, what else did that kill out? That killed. What ability did that just got? I get rid of Time Storm.
I think Payback Raid and Arrow to Recovery effectively take the same slot, so
That's fine.
you get one or the other.
It's like the better one.
Yep.
Okay, let's go in this book.
If we have to. Who's ready for some finny fun?
It's not going to be Finfishy fun. I prefer Finfishy fun.
True.
Fishy Fun actually was not terrible.
No. It's a rhythm game world. I have no problem with rhythm games. It was infinitely better than actually trying to control
Yes.
underwater
God.
Sora in Kingdom Hearts 1.
Kingdom Hearts 1 Atlantica was a fucking nightmare.
Okay, so we have horses, but thankfully they're not horse people, and they're not racist.
Give it time.
Ow.
Oh,
That's unexpected. That's Sonic Blade for you.
I mean, yeah, Sonic Blade, cool. Every time I see something in this game, I just think of what it would be like if it had the classic camera controls, and that in particular would be terrible. But,
I mean, to be fair, with Sonic Blade, you don't actually have any camera control anyways. It
No.
just kind of does its thing.
yeah, exactly. But after Sonic Blade ends, and you're like, oh, well, now I just...
Yeah, I appreciate that, Hunter Green.
What's that?
He's advertising our stream on his
Oh.
Discord.
Thank you.
Okay. Thank you very much.
Yeah, I mean, we just do this for fun mostly. So,
We'll take fans, but we don't expect them.
God knows I wouldn't watch us.
We'd be putting in a lot more effort if we were trying to be successful.
Hey, I don't know what you're talking about. You have no idea how much time I spent on Tuesday making sure that those scrolling text boxes did not line up.
Oh, square. Circle. Circle. X.
You suck.
I do.
Yeah, in theory, at some point, we'll get the rest of our Kingdom Hearts content actually edited and put up on the YouTube channel, but
Reshoot the stuff we need to reshoot. Or do sock puppets. It's probably going to be sock puppets.
it's probably going to be sock puppets.
Because let's be serious here. It's going to be... Okay.
There's a cup up on the platform.
What? A cup?
The platform behind you.
Oh, I see it.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure you have to interact with that.
X. Triangle. Circle. No.
And grind on rainbows.
Do we, though?
As usual, the game designers forgot they in fact put a mechanic in their game to to just get however much vertical height you damn well please.
Yeah, we got Super Lad.
Yep.
I got regular Glad.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like, I guess I can grind stuff. There was actually a wall here, so I couldn't get by without doing it.
Yeah. Like there was just like a big empty gap with nothing but the clouds to cover it, like that's one thing, but
Yeah.
as it stands, like
And see, here they expect you to glide up there.
in theory,
At least
yes.
that's my presumption. Because they put a chest up there, and the ability to glide.
Or you could just do that.
We could just do that. Candy goggles.
Dream drop distance. Yeah, we know our mechanic is bad. We gave you a way to avoid it if you're smart.
Fine, this whole cloud grind. There we go.
Chest in the clouds between those mountains.
Yeah. So it's important to note I can't glide off of one of those jumps.
Okay.
If there ever comes up a situation where that prohibits us from getting somewhere, I will be very surprised.
Like I can do the dash off.
Yeah,
of
you
it,
can do
but-
the air dash.
but I
so-
can't just do a glide. Okay, that's not solid enough to jump off of.
No. That's okay. I don't think that's an actual cloud platform.
It's
I
not.
think
It's
just
outside the map.
Yeah.
The Jala.
Yeah, the cloud platforms actually do have somewhat distinct look. They are kind of flattened out. The big puffier clouds are not real, as it were. Alright, so now we activate this to find out where the game wants us to go, and then skip its mechanic.
Wrong button. There we go. It's a good thing I don't have to hit these things properly. Oh, I did have to hit them properly. Damn it.
You have to do a certain amount of it correctly, I think. That was a hold.
There we go. Prism windmill. The hell is prism windmill?
Those sure are words.
It's one of those color spinner toys that they made in the 90s.
Spin the Keyblade as a windmill to rush the enemy, landing multiple hits. Sure.
That get rid of, oh, that did get rid of the wall over there, didn't it?
Yes, that air wall that was over there.
Sure, I didn't miss anything over here.
A pink thing.
Sure. Oh. Ow.
Every flying thing in this game is terrible. The eagles, the owls, the rhinos.
Yeah, Sonic Blade is a 2-slot skill in this.
Fuck me. Back at the start. God damn it. What level are we?
25.
God damn it.
So we're like 9 levels below where we're supposed to be starting this world.
Yeah.
You know, the usual.
Yep.
For a level that's supposed to be full of sound ideas, it's remarkably had none so far.
We're at the level that I think we were supposed to start the Country of Musketeers at.
Nope, that's 30.
No, it's 28.
That's right, it's 28. So we're not even high enough level for starting the Country of Musketeers.
Nope.
May revise my earlier decision to not make another Long Island iced tea before the Pathfinder game. Also important to note, the Pegasi are immune to sleep.
Yeah. Dude. Ow. Dragons.
You know what additionally sucks that I just realized?
What's that?
There's not a traditional arena / coliseum in this game, so there's no actual easy way for us to go grind if we need to.
Yeah.
Oh! Frozen and owned.
Oh, Frozoned.
Yeah, where would we go to grind? We'd have to just go to a level.
Yeah, like there's not... And even then, you can only grind for so long before you drop.
Yeah. We can just load up on Draw Me Nots and keep popping them.
Yeah, but still, it's such a good mechanic. Makes the game such a joy to play.
Put a bomb on me.
Yeah, nothing good's gonna happen when that reaches 0. It was only like half your life bar.
It's fine. Surprised how easy they get rid of half my life bar.
One of few times I wish we had a camera.
Oh boy. We may have to go grind.
Sora achieves the impressive feat of being trampled by a horse while in the air.
Wait for all my powers to be up first.
Just remember, you chose to play this on Proud Mode.
I choose to. I had to. It's the principle of the matter.
Peer pressure.
See, there's
Get
the big
back
difference.
here.
I'm not above compromising my principles.
Freaking dragon.
I still believe in playing video games for fun, not to crush my balls in a vice.
Then you exploded.
Then he exploded.
One group of enemy. No, hold on.
Yep, still fish.
One group of enemies down. Why?
I love the remarkably tranquil classical music that backs this level as you're getting your ass handed to you.
Yeah, it's the Fantasia world, so. Son of a bitch. Everything's fine. No. Poop bud, I love that.
For those of you curious as to why those rhythm game sections seem to end up sucking a lot, it has little to do with Shiv not actually being good at rhythm games and more to do with the fact that I think I'm the only one in our entire group that regularly uses a PlayStation controller.
That's really what it boils down to. It's not really, especially, that's not the right button. That's not the right button.
And yes, yes, on the green, it is literally once Sonic Blade actually goes active, it just auto attacks. You do not have to keep hammering the button.
It just zoops about as it pleases. Edit deck.
But yeah, Shiv is just not familiar with which buttons are which on a PlayStation controller in general, so it's
Like-
not that he's hitting them at the wrong time, he just keeps hitting the wrong button at the right time.
I know which button I need to hit to attack and stuff, but like without looking, I'm not like, oh yeah, the X button does this. It's just
Yep.
like I hit that button.
XO, square, triangle.
Yeah.
Everybody else in the group pretty much exclusively uses Xbox controllers.
Superior controller.
I like the PlayStation controller.
There we go.
I like the PlayStation controller a little bit more, but unfortunately, my current rig has some problems with it for unknown reasons. Even when I'm running the emulator software for it, so
I refuse to use your stupid skating mechanics.
Interesting note: grind surfaces apparently apparently you can just in fact glide forever over the ground. Sure,
That's so much better.
This fucking game, I swear to God. That's beautiful.
horrible game. Oh no, you're getting lasered.
I am in fact getting lasered.
Really? Never noticed that in Kingdom Hearts 2, then.
What's that?
100 Grain says that happens in Kingdom Hearts 2 as well, actually.
I thought you'd eventually land.
Yeah, I was pretty sure as soon as you actually got within a certain distance to the ground in Kingdom Hearts 2, it just took you back into walking, but I don't know. It's been a million years since I haven't played Kingdom Hearts 2 since it, like, originally released, so... Oh, but it's one of the higher glides. We'll do it like glide 2 or 3.
Those were all X.
Yes. Those were, in fact, all X.
The other annoying part about doing the rhythm game here is it doesn't actually give you a goddamn rhythm.
No, there's no actual music to it. It just hit
It's
the it just hit the buttons.
Hit
when
the
you're
button
supposed
in
to.
time, so you can't have like a beat or anything to go off of. Ow.
Also, I sure hope you like the fights on this screen.
I see it.
That's super awesome.
What's that?
So he figured it out after grinding all the forms to max so he could do the Cave of Remembrance, and then he did it by mistake in the final dungeon. Apparently, when you do it in Kingdom Hearts 2, it actually keeps the speed, so if you do it after an aerial dash, it's just super fast.
I put rockets on my
You just
shoes.
go blitzing around the screen, balls out.
Okay, I'm gonna die anyways.
Dragon murders you.
Just live, just live, just live, just live, just live. You're never gonna catch me!
Yes, I would not imagine that Donald and Goofy do, in fact, keep up with race car Sora zooming around the level.
Riku's turn!
Yep.
Why not? It's only 10.
At some point, we're gonna get Kiraga out of Cat Chubby Cat Hamster and then switch over to someone else.
Yep.
Yep. Time to dive into the Symphony of Sorcery as Riku. See what dumb story he has involving himself in this world.
Do I still have to fight a bee? Do I have to fight a bee again?
"30 enemies.
Beautiful. Beautiful.
There we go. Yeah, you gotta wait for the ring to be yellow.
Yeah.
If it is red, you will just bounce off.
Finish!
Lands on the top of the stairs, rolls down along. Thump, thump, thump! Ow, ow, ow! Fuck, ow, fuck, fuck!
Who designed this as a method of travel?
Strange. It's coming from upstairs.
Ah, I'm standing in poo water.
Pooh water, Winnie the Pooh water. Oh, he did not get another deck upgrade.
Nope.
Don't
That was a
star
Sora thing.
in this game.
The water barrel. It's funny because we're in a water place.
Mickey!
Can't stop pissing!
It's this musical score. It has him trapped.
Please don't try and hit it with a keyblade.
You won't be able to defeat that darkness.
Your idiot friend already tried.
I'm Mickey, the sorcerer's apprentice. Who are you?
Riku! If brute force won't work, tell me what will.
Do you really mean you're gonna try
I love how Sora still can't seem to grasp, like, this is not the same King Mickey, and Riku's, like, immediately like, oh, different Mickey, got it.
Yep, got it.
No, not gonna be like, what do you mean, who am I? You know me? No, he fucking doesn't.
Inside this music is a sound idea powerful enough to dispel the darkness. Can you find it?
I'll try. Leave it to me.
Zooming on the gooch.
Fly into my magical crotch! Ho-ho! You want to be a star, don't you?
Little did Sora and Rika know, these were actually just the trap books from Myst. Splash. Behold, the Spellican.
Apparently we got a trophy for watching that.
Give out trophies for everything nowadays.
Oh, it's a different place than Sora's book was.
Yes,
I assume the third time you have to come back here we'll do this book.
maybe.
Dare you enter my musical realm?
I do.
Stop.
Owl shot you so hard it drained the battery in the controller. That's some serious ownage.
I need you to cease being alive, please. Thank you.
Like, I know, because this is the Fantasia world, that the evil music that's full of shadows is going to be Night on Bald Mountain, because of course it is, but I would love for it to be like some Rachmaninoff.
Just like buck some trends.
The man who once, when accused of being in a deal with the devil in order to obtain his musical talent, responded, "The devil wishes he had my rhythm." Something along those lines.
Oh, hey, look, those became platforms I could walk on. Oh, can I not dash off these walls? Oh, there we go.
It's specifically off the tree, it looks like.
Ow.
Sniped by owls.
Yeah, with their tracking shots, apparently. 24.
10 levels behind where we're supposed to be.
Bitch.
At least it wasn't an owl this time.
Yep.
Not sure if that's better or worse. Okay, where is... You, small plant bastard. Start.
That would be HP because Shiv has decided to lean forward directly towards the mic with the controller.
What's that?
He's saying the controller comes through really loud on the Yeti.
Oh, yeah.
We are in deep concentration.
Deep concentration, aggravated concentration.
Also because, you know, PlayStation controllers are loud.
Tappity tap 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 tap.
How's it going, HP? How did Mutant Subway Simulator go? Yep, see you in a bit, HP.
Pick up this chest and this fight.
What's your cookie?
And hello, all of you that came through from HP's channel, if you're sticking around. So I'm Bograt.
I'm Shiv.
And I'm the Krampus.
You may recognize Shiv and myself from being on Couch Potatoes frequently. We don't do the camera thing because God knows we don't want to look at our faces. Why would you?
I was cursed by the Greek gods for my hubris, and now anyone who looks at me turns to stone.
Everyone I look at turns to gold.
We're continuing to suffer through Kingdom Hearts Dream Drop Distance here because we have managed to suffer through everything else in Kingdom Hearts thus far. Not going to be defeated here.
Oh, we gotta get through this for 3.
Oh, we got plenty of time for that, let's be real.
3's in January. 3's like 2 weeks away.
I'll believe it when I see it. For a game supposedly coming out in 2 weeks, I have seen absolutely zero publicity for it.
I think everyone who knows this game is coming out is aware of when it's coming out at this point.
Everyone cared, anyway.
I don't know, after a decade of waiting, I'm pretty sure a lot of people stopped paying attention.
Doop. Confetti candy.
I will say I do like the difference between Riku and Sora's chest animation openings, now that we've seen them pretty regularly. I like how...
Sora just sort of casually taps on the chest a couple times, or he does this insane flourish.
Yep. He's 2 steps away from a henshin pose.
Well, see, that's the thing, Hunter Green. There's never been a doubt that Square Enix can, in fact, count to 3, unlike Valve. Because they have plenty of series that have gone past 3 games before.
Yeah, like Final Fantasy.
It's just Nomura can't stop putting belts on character designs long enough to actually make a game. I mean, you've got Final Fantasy, you've got Dragon Quest, you've got, like, every other Square property. Yeah, Star Ocean. Saga. Although technically I can't think necessarily if there were any Saga games that actually had a 3 on them. I don't think Romancing Saga went to 3, which is the only one I can think of that had multiples in the numbers. Seiken Densetsu had a 3. Like, there are plenty of games that had a 3 out of Square Enix. Threes really consistently only seem to be a problem for Valve. Hell, even God of War managed, or not God of War, Darksiders managed to actually get a 3 out, despite the company stopping existing between 2 and 3.
Yeah. I'd say God of War's had like 5.
Yeah, God of War had like 1 million, and at least 3 of them are good.
Oh, it's that frog guy again.
No, Suikoden is absolutely not Square Enix. No, Seiken Densetsu / Secret of Mana, which we got 2 of the 3 Seiken Densetsu games over here.
I mean, there's a lot of Mana games.
Well, yes, but the specific Seiken Densetsu series, Seiken Densetsu 1, 2, and 3, we got 2 of those 3. It's just the first one over here was released as a Final Fantasy game on the Game Boy, and then the second one was released as Secret of Mana, and then 3 never got released over here. No, Suikoden is actually Konami. Which goes a long way towards explaining why we're never getting another Suikoden game, because it was a good game series, and Konami can't actually continue good game series anymore.
They didn't break out in hives and vomiting when they try.
Come on, Konami doesn't continue game series anymore.
They absolutely do, just as Pachi slot machines. Hell, I recently made the discovery of the soundtrack for the Silent Hill Pachi slot machine, and it's a fucking thing of beauty. So imagine if Silent Hill 2 instead had the soundtrack of Metal Gear Rising: Revengeance. I'm not kidding. It's bonkers. Yeah, no joke. If you're interested at all, take a look on YouTube for Silent Hill Pachi slot OST. It's nuts. Like it is in no way a Silent Hill soundtrack, but it sounds like most of Akira Yamaoka's other stuff, which he does a lot of like dance and rave club and like butt rock. So it's just really funny because it is very much still supposed to be Silent Hill music, to the point where the couple songs that actually have like lyrics are very lyrically Silent Hill, but the music is not. Yeah, no, Platinum games in general are awesome. Like, any Platinum game. So Platinum games, as long as they're not a licensed game, are usually amazing. So all the Bayonetta games are great. Wonderful 101 is great. Revengeance is amazing. And then even the games they've done that are like licensed games are usually not terrible. They're just not as good. They have their own kind of baggage to them. So the Legend of Korra game, which was alright but not stellar. Transformers Devastation, which was alright but not great. I literally have heard nothing about Platinum's Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles game, so I can't really say one way or another, but...
That's
What?
just the visual.
Don't ask questions.
So there's this beautiful blue field.
Yeah, so that you walk over into that island of hell.
I guess.
I honestly have no idea if that released or not under Green. Like I said, I've heard nothing about it, so I don't know.
What's that?
The Platinum Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles game.
Oh.
I think that may still be upcoming. I don't know. because they are doing or just started a new Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles series. So it may be tied to that. I don't know. Oh, and then of course Nier Automata. Thinking on which, I think that's another Square Enix property that went past 3.
What's that?
I'm looking it up real quick, but I think Dragon Dragoon / Drakengard was actually a Square Enix property. So those green sections, by the way, are Hammer.
Green sections are Hammer?
Yeah, so when you're doing that section, and it has, like, the green line, you're supposed to keep hitting the button that whole time.
Ah.
Not just hit it when it starts and hit it when it ends. Ah, okay, so the game released in 2016 and then got pulled, like, a year later. Fair enough. And yeah, Square Enix published Drakengard. They didn't develop it, but they're the publishers. Cavia developed it, but yeah. So Drakengard / Dragon Dragoon is another series of theirs that has like 5 games in it, technically. And at least one of those actually has a 3 in the name, so they can count to 3 again. Ugh. You're very shortly going to once again experience the best mechanic in video game history.
Stop reminding me.
That wasn't it.
No.
Getting owned is in fact not the best mechanic in video game history.
But this is one I'm very used to.
I know, I watched you play Bloodborne.
Oh. Not Robert.
It might be Hammer, it might actually be Hold, I'm not sure. Those are the 2 things that it would be. I only said it was Hammer because the one time it started to actually trigger, it sounds like it was being hit multiple times, but it may actually just be a Hold. Yeah, in general, kind of the point though. I think the best thing about Platinum games is kind of what you were talking about. Is that like they're actually amazingly fun, even if you're not actually very good at them. Like the gameplay itself is fun enough that even if you're not great at it, you still have a hell of a time.
Yep.
And Revengeance, to a certain extent, is probably my favorite of them, just because not only does the Platinum gameplay really shine through, but it also just has the crazy story of a Metal Gear game. And just the, like, completely over-the-top characters and all that. Like, don't get me wrong, Bayonetta 2 is actually a real close fight for that, because Bayonetta 2 also is just insane. But something about the Metal Gear universe, like it's a
bitch.
it's a series I already really like, and then just getting to play as Raiden, who is the biggest dork in the history of video games, seriously pretending to try and be cool. And, like, somehow, despite Kojima not having really directly worked on Revengeance at all, they still absolutely managed to capture the feel of a Metal Gear game.
It's old.
Okay. Yeah, it was going to be one of those two, basically. Either hold or hammer, because that's how rhythm games work. Oh!
And I'm dead.
This is what happens when you choose to play on Proud Mode and are like 10 levels under level.
Well, you know.
Which is amazing, because we haven't been skipping fights or anything.
Nope. I've gone out of my way not to skip fights. I figure we need the XP, but 10 levels below is still very painful.
Yeah, usually with the hold sections, once you release, it's done. You can't really go back. Oh boy. Have I ever told you how much I love intentional grinding as a game design choice? Like, it's good, right? Shows that the game designers really respect the player's time.
Yeah.
It's one of the things that honestly annoys me a lot about a lot of like indie RPGs. So if I'm playing an RPG, and there are things designated as side quests, would that infer to you that they're optional, like things you could do to get some sort of extra reward that may make things easier, but may not necessarily have to do them in order to really progress the game? Like, that's what I would think if I saw something labeled as a side quest, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Well, no, fuck you. You're not going to be on the curve for difficulty if you don't do all the side quests. They're only a side quest because they're not connected to the main story. But you still need to spend 30 hours doing all the side quests in order to complete the 10-hour story our game has.
Particular game that did this recently, or?
There's a couple. The one in particular that come to mind at the moment is a game called Crosscode. Which is unfortunate because it seemed like a really good game. I played it way back when it was like in a very early demo stage and seemed like it was going to be really cool. Had some really good action RPG mechanics to it. And then upon actual release, I'm not really sure why the RPG mechanics need to be there.
Ah.
Because all it really leads to is a lot of highly unnecessary grinding and doing honestly not very well written side quests.
Not very well written side quests.
Yeah, the game, so
I'm gonna die.
the
The
basic
nothing I can do. It's time bomb.
Yeah, the basic premise of the Crosscode game is that wonderful trope that I know you guys know I'm so fond of, where it's the whole, like, MMO, but real life
Yes.
Okay.
thing. One of the major differences being that the idea is that this is actually more of a combination of tropes even than that, because it's like the whole, like, oh, it's an MMO, but it's super realistic. And the reason it's super realistic is because it's actually taking place on this one, like, special island, and, like, is actually a thing happening in real life where the players actually, when they log in, basically make a connection with these things called proxies, which are artificial life created for them to jack into in order to actually play the game.
Okay.
Huh.
But it is a game that emulates an MMO, but is a single-player RPG.
Okay.
Unfortunately, it chooses not to obfuscate the terrible MMO parts, like grinding with a million crappy quests.
Yeah, like if it just did like one or two nods to like, you know, those kind of things, we'd still get it, but
Look, no matter how much you lampshade, go bring me 10 boar scalps. It does not change the fact that go bring me 10 boar scalps is boring and awful.
yep.
You may lampshade it, but if you're still making me do it.
Yeah, basically.
Yeah.
Like, it had a lot of really good potential, and then just kind of bleh. Like, no joke, at this point still, if they took out the actual, like, RPG elements of it, I think it would make a pretty decent action-adventure style game. Like a sort of classic Link to the Past kind of thing with some other elements to it, but as it stands, it's not good. And a lot of indie RPGs kind of do the same thing, where they kind of go, well, you know, we want to make sure that our game has plenty of gameplay value, and it's like, no. I'm okay with an indie game being 8 to 10 hours. Like,
Yeah.
I don't need a 60-hour game from an indie RPG. Like, I can appreciate that you're trying to give me value for my money, but I would rather have a well-crafted experience for my money that is enjoyable to play and completable by an adult with responsibilities.
Yep. I actually really liked the Penny Arcade RPG for that on the Rain Slick.
Rain Slick Spectres of Darkness? Yeah.
Yeah, 1, 2, 3, and 4.
I
of
beat
those
all
ones.
4 of those games all together in probably about 20 hours.
Yeah. And there was nothing wrong with that. They told the exact story they wanted to tell. They had some clever side quest stuff in there that was not, you know, go and kill 6 snow moose.
Yeah.
Hey, if we don't take care of the snow moose population, who is?
The other poor fools were playing MMOs where they get asked to do that. We, on the other hand, are off having fun.
Yeah, Underground. It's kind of one of those weird things because it was a weird specific licensing deal and stuff happened. So, yeah, I don't know how easy it would be to actually acquire number 2 anymore.
Number 2.
Episode 2 of Rain Slick Whispers of Darkness.
Wow.
Because he owns 1, 3, and 4, but doesn't own 2. And there was a lot of weird licensing stuff that happened with that game. It's part of why 3 and 4 were done in an entirely different style than 1 and 2.
Yeah. As I recall, that was the same person who did Breath of Death. And
Yes, Breath of Death and Cthulhu Saves... Breath of Death 7 and Cthulhu Saves the World were made by the same guy that actually made 3 and 4.
Everything's fine.
Woosah.
Woosah.
Goose Rubber.
Whoosh. Oh my.
You get into some very weird conversations when you have a bunch of 30-year-olds sitting around a table eating dinosaur chicken nuggets.
Fancy dinosaur chicken nuggets and duck sauce with
Well, I mean, the
rice.
dinosaur chicken nuggets were not fancy. They were just in a duck sauce with
Oh, rice.
steamed broccoli and Thai or Vietnamese chili sauce and done over rice.
we are incredibly specific in our laziness.
Look, we wanted to do sort of a really good orange chicken, but didn't want to spend our lives making the chicken for orange chicken. So, like, chicken nuggets are just the way to go, because, like, they're already cut into decent bite size, they're already breaded, they're already ready to go, and it just so happens that dinosaur nuggets were the same price as regular nuggets, so of course you're going to get the dinosaur nuggets. Like, the dino nuggets are important.
See, man makes chicken.
I think
man
there's a point
breads
when you-
chicken. Man
When you go out of your way to make your own duck sauce and then put it on dinosaur chicken nuggets. It's not that we can't actually make chicken nuggets as well.
Look, I have seen far worse. I once saw somebody make Monte Cristos using Uncrustables.
Oh.
Why? You mean Monte Crustos?
I did not make the Monte Cristo using Uncrustables, Hunter Green. I saw somebody do it.
And we made Monte Cristos before.
Yes, we actually made Monte Cristos before. I would not make Monte Cristos using Uncrustables. Uncrustables have peanut butter, which is disgusting, so...
Peanut jam.
Slave.
They say no.
Well, the dinosaurs say yes, the owls say no. Gravity and all sense.
Squish them in the black hole.
Very.
Look, if I have been exposed to culinary atrocities, the rest of you have to suffer with me. That's how this goes.
That's a weird teleport you just did. Oh, stuck with lights.
I haven't even brought up the YouTube cooking channel I saw where they tried to make fondue using Kraft American Singles.
Oh. God, why?
Oh, that turns my stomach a little.
To be fair, I'm pretty sure they were doing that as a joke.
Yeah, but they still did it.
For a certain definition of did it.
Shooting yourself in the foot and then screaming, "It's just a prank," does not make it stop hurting.
I mean, they didn't really end up with fondue. They mostly ended up with a fondue pot full of yellow plastic and wine. But... Because, believe it or not, Kraft American Singles don't melt the right way for fondue.
This is not cuisine! This is fondue! Guys, I think Anthony Bourdain's ghost is here, and he's got one of those SWAT battering rams.
Yeah, so you're supposed to release at the second one. Yeah. Is the timing there?
Now.
Don't die.
Son of a bitch.
Oh!
This is going to end poorly, because he is right on top of you while these cutscenes are going, and you have a pixel of health.
Look here.
Oh.
Nap time. We haven't designed the best mechanic.
Can there be an extra, XP gain on here somewhere, please? Like, what would you like to do for drop points? Gain 10 levels. That's the Prism Mineral one.
Yeah. I mean, again, the worst part is it's not even a mechanic that can't work. It's just not the way they wanted it to be.
Yeah.
Like, we discussed ways that that mechanic could be not terrible. You know, something absolutely simple, like either have specific points in the story where you have to switch to the other one in order to progress. You know, if you're in Sora's story, you have to switch to Riku to do something in Riku's world to unlock something in Sora's world to progress. Or have it be like a diminishing returns thing, where you can stay as one character as long as you want, but gradually you get, you know, penalties of some sort that stack up that only drain by switching to the other character.
Yeah, no, there are definitely ways to do it.
Instead, nope, every like 3 to 5 minutes, force you to switch characters, no matter what the circumstances, and do not retain any state-based memory. So if you're in a boss fight, guess what? Start over. Fuck you.
And then on top of that, double down on it by specifically adding mechanics that wear down your timer.
Yes.
Yeah.
Let's give every boss a ability that of some, you know, attack of some sort that makes your makes that 3 to 5 minutes go down even faster.
Surprise. Fork monsters.
Perspective is a bit weird on that one.
Yeah, they're starting to do some weird angles on the rhythm game stuff.
Well, shit.
Oh, buddy. Oh.
Shiv, can't you tell this game loves you and wants you to play it?
Doesn't now.
This game loves you in the way that a psychotic ex loves you. I can't have you, no one will! Stab, 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 stab.
At least Prism Windmill seems to do some real damage. Stupid cat's higher level than me. Ah, Tornado.
I'm beginning to wonder just how many people are going to play Kingdom Hearts 3 just out of Stockholm Syndrome.
I guess we were to Tornado Strike.
This has to be the one where the plot gets better, right? Where everything gets explained?
Tornado's a 2-slot.
God, son of a bitch. What else would I get rid of? Oh, it's fine for now. I'll figure it out later. Okay, so I assume the big electric
Yeah, I'm going to guess those hurt.
thing will hurt. Not adjust. God!
Well, we found out what they do.
They hurt.
There are EXP boosts and EXP walker skills in this game.
Yes, we just need to actually get them.
Yeah. Dude, imagine with the internet.
Speaking of which, when we actually do finish up the stream here in about an hour or so, we should probably actually take a look at our
Yeah, we can do
our Dream Eater, since we didn't do that after the last stream.
Fine, everything's fine. Get back here.
I mean, you did ask for him.
I did. Yeah, Prince of Whirlwind does actual damage. He is easily the best attack we currently have.
Good enough!
No, not good enough. God. Oh,
there it
that was
goes.
good enough, apparently. That or it's just giving me mercy.
Right, so now we can go around the ground level and do more fights that are going to be awful.
Yeah.
Yep.
An Ice Dream Cone 3. Time Storm.
Time storm.
Oh boy.
Felt that one.
He exploded. He had the rhythm inside of him. Fatally.
Weird Owls with tusks.
No, the little like feathers that are on the top of their heads go downwards.
Ah.
Look like tusks. They're not.
nonsense game. One of those enemies just used a Sora only move.
Yep. Well, that's Sora's Dream Eater, obviously. Or maybe that's Ventus's Dream Eater. You don't know. I'm Tetsuya Nomura.
This game is my Dream Eater.
Oh, you've collected a lofty fancy. I can't hit the bird.
Give me a save point, please. It's not a save point, it's more enemies.
You will never have another save point! Because you will never learn to save for yourself!
I have. Oh yeah, level 27, only 7 levels below now.
Oh no, the Chernofog.
Well, 7 levels below where we were supposed to start this world.
Yeah.
Yes.
Fucking him out! There's almost certainly a thing on that platform back there.
Yeah.
And I'm sure it's going to be like a high potion that we'll never use, but...
It's an intrepid fantasy. More scene transitions.
Yeah.
Oh, it's raining.
It's blowing the other way. Can't go through there.
I know.
Look, this world is already long enough. Stop artificially extending it. Oh. That might have been a save point over there. Something flashing.
That's one of the music points.
Oh.
Presumably to give me a path to something I can get to anyways, because they didn't think their movement system through. That was bad. Drawing goddamn mines now.
Yep.
Now!
Is this what we've been doing to people?
Deserve to be in here.
Procreated.
That frog just wrecks you.
Does.
Your cat's on fire.
It's a bat. Actually, that's not
Jalo.
a cat.
Oh yeah, it was Novax that was on fire. Sure hope you liked these fights.
Yep.
About to get to do it all over again.
Getting better at the rhythm at least.
Yeah.
Well, again, the rhythm was never the part he had to...
Oh god!
Oh god, one of them has seeking balloons.
He's a lunatic.
Find out who it is that has those seeking balloons and eliminate them.
He's never allowed this knowledge to spread.
Hold on. Yeah, I killed him, got XP. Congratulations, you won 2 screens. Now time to switch back to the other character.
Didn't help your drop was at like 2.3.
I'll
or
kill
something.
you.
It was like 2.6, yeah. We already have that, I think.
Oh, that was just a special brand of assholery.
Fuck all you. So, why do you retain permanence of my health,
But not what you've killed.
but not what I've killed?
Because fuck you, that's why.
You see, I am Tetsuya Nomura, and I want you to suffer. I had a vision. Vision of people crying when they played my games. And that made me happy. So I stopped drawing belts for a little bit. And I designed a bad game.
Oh, he still drew belts.
He picked up his pen and went back to doing it once he's, Ryu Dragon. That's part of the grinding formula.
Part of the grinding formula.
There is an easy way to grind in the Symphony of Sorcery, like near the end. But it requires you to have Mega Flare, which is learned from the Ryu Dragons.
They get that one over there, right?
Is it really worth it?
Could be something.
It can be a boat.
We got Prism.
Strikes out of a big
out
chest.
box.
Yeah, big chest.
Big chests are going to be worth it. The small ones, usually not.
Speaking of, I need to equip that on Riku because it's the best attack we got in the F. Fuck fire though. This is fancy.
Snow.
Cocaine Wonderland.
My name is Dr. Roxas, the rock and roll clown.
Wow, your drop rate has shot up a little bit.
Yeah.
Damn! What did they do? Just smack you in the face?
Well, no, the status effect increased drop rate, so they have
Right.
some sort of status effect attack. I used like 30 drop me nuts.
Don't even care anymore.
Get hypothermia. Die.
me the
I
damn controller.
refuse. Pity me game.
How do I trigger it?
Triangle and circle.
Wow, once it was perfect, this one. There you go.
It's like, nope, still not good enough. Fuck you.
It really wanted us like fucking perfect that one.
Yeah.
Snowball!
And again, not that I'm necessarily any better at actual rhythm
Oh my
games
god,
than
they
you.
can
I
move
just
the
remember
snowballs
them.
around.
I think you have to move the snowballs around. I think that's the whole thing of this.
I think this whole game is balls.
Yeah, not that I'm any better at rhythm games than you. That might be the truth. I don't know.
I'm
But
just not.
I remember the PlayStation button placements.
Yeah. Like, I'm perfectly fine in actual rhythm games.
Like, it would not be bad if it didn't just, like, immediately start you and within, like, a second expect you to be able to hit one of the
Hit
buttons.
this button. Like,
Yeah, you need to know the button placements in order to do something like that. If it makes you feel any better, I run into actually the opposite problem a lot now.
Huh.
Well, because I use my PS4 controller for games on Steam, and it has the built-in PS4 support control, but a lot of games don't actually have the recognition of you using a PS4 controller, so when they give you button directions, they're always for the Xbox buttons. So whenever I'm playing at this point Hitman 2 or Monster Hunter World, I have to do translations in my head for what button they're fucking talking about, and half the time it doesn't quite work. I cannot tell you how many times I hit X because it says to hit X and it means to hit square.
I think these snowballs are just here to be snowballs.
Break them.
I can't. They're not attackable.
Huh. Weird. You push them into the water?
Don't let me push them into the water. I think they stop at the edge. Yeah.
Yeah. Huh. Weird. Oh, listen, it's the Home Alone song.
Oh, God.
You know that in France, Home Alone was called Mom, I Missed the Plane?
What?
Well, so technically you're not supposed to go up this way, because the wind is blowing the other way.
Yeah, I know that part.
Physics.
I think I have actually stopped at this point. Wait.
No, you are moving slightly forward. You're not going forward as fast as you were previously. I think now you might actually be stopped.
Yes, I think they've just put an invisible wall there so you can't go the other way.
Please try to actually move on before we drop and have to do all this shit again.
My gauge is at 4.6. This...
Wow, that bar is visibly moving.
Yup.
That's impressive, actually. That's the first time I was able to actually track the drop gauge going down by eye. I don't think we've ever had the drop rate that high.
Well, back on to Sora.
He's not actually asleep this time. He has a concussion.
Yeah.
He should not be, closing his eyes like that.
Especially not out here in the snow.
Nope. Beep, beep. I'm sheep.
Against BS that you remember my health and all this nonsense, but you still respond to the enemies.
I'm just trying to help you so you can grind more. What you're playing this game for, right? The amazing combat?
Yep. The sheep have learned how to balloon.
Yeah, I did the hard blade. Every time they do that, we repulse thing increases my drop gauge.
Yep.
Yep, because that's asleep.
Put you to sleep. Forever.
I'm deliberately wasting your time. Nay!
Fuck you. I'm leaving.
Now I want attention because I'm a dumb horse. Nay. The worst horse. I lied, I'm a giraffe. Nay.
Wonk.
Actually, there's a treasure chest up there.
Yeah.
Right there.
Slightly better.
The surprise twist that no one's been told about in all of games journalism. Kingdom Hearts 3 brings back the drop mechanic. Only now you drop between Sora, Ventus, and Riku. And they're all in different points because reasons.
No.
That would at least be different.
There's a whole endless dungeon that
Sora, Ventus, Riku, Aqua, Leah. I know he says his name is Lee. I refuse. His name is Leah.
Play
Deal
as
with it.
everyone.
King Mickey, Hercules, a random Dream Eater.
Kingdom Hearts, now with the Majima Anywhere system.
Every once in a while, you drop the Kyrie, except she drops in 3 seconds.
Oh.
Oh, can't have her playing and it be of any significance.
No, by the time the drop animation finishes,
She drops back
again.
out, yeah. We're making a joke that that unannounced and managed to keep secret all this time that Kingdom Hearts 3 will have the drop system, except instead of just dropping between Sora and Riku, you instead drop between like 60 different characters. Changing characters every 3 minutes between entirely different stories. Since, you know, drop is the best mechanic they've ever put in a Kingdom Hearts game.
Level 28! Where did you see a chest?
That was the one on top.
The one up there I got.
Yeah.
Okay. Wonder, since the rain is done now. Yeah.
Thunder.
An epic fantasy.
Horse.
getting better at it.
I don't know, Hunter Green. I'm kind of hard pressed to actually think of a worse mechanic they put in a Kingdom Hearts game than drop.
And drop. Well, you can see how my gauge is working right now.
Yeah. Jeez. So the card battle mechanic was not well thought out, but at least it didn't punish you for playing the game.
I was actually fine with the card battle system.
Yeah, I could see where people would have a problem with the card battle system, but like that was the sort of core design of the game, was the card battle system and using that to execute combat. It actually served a purpose. The drop system doesn't actually do anything but irritate the player. Like, the game would not actually lose anything if it didn't have the drop system.
That's not true. It would lose aggravation.
Yeah. Well, yeah, basically.
I mean, the fact that you had to get random drop cards was mildly annoying, but it's still miles above this system.
And I'll also say as well that one of the biggest reasons for the actual card battle system was because, like, that game was originally, what, like a GBA game?
It was originally a GB game, yes.
The GBA couldn't handle an actual, like, 3D action combat system. They might have been able to pull off, like, a 2D beat-em-up system, but that also would have been pretty weird with the way that Kingdom Hearts is designed. So the card battle system was designed for a GBA, portable game. And it just, obviously when they made a later sort of 3D version of that game, they obviously weren't going to change the core mechanic. Kind of yes, kind of no. So there were... Because the thing about it is, realistically, it would be hard, but you could technically beat that game. I mean, as far as the actual, like, decks you built, like, you could beat that game without most random cards, just with, like, the starting stuff. I've seen it done, so it can be done. It sucks, but it can be done.
Also, the game, for the most part, respects your choices with the cards and lets you build your own deck you want, with the exception of the final boss of each run.
Well, no. You never get to build Riku's deck.
Yes, but...
Yeah, Riku's deck is always a set deck for the battle.
At the very least, Riku's deck is built and configured in such a way you have easy access to his slights and combos.
And yeah, I guess I could have seen enabling you to actually buy, like, have, maybe not packs and get random draws from the packs, but just have, like, a shop where you could buy certain specific cards.
I'll put it this way. There were ways you could make the card system better, but it still worked.
Yeah.
This system does not work.
Yeah, like, again, we have talked about it in one of our previous streams. There are ways the drop system could have worked, but as a timer, it's
like
awful, basically.
Like, as it was, the card system was fine. Like, being able to buy specific cards would have made it a bit better, but it was still perfectly
playable. It was still functional. The drop system is just outright. It is nothing but basically making the player pissed off every 3 to 5 minutes.
And plus, the whole, like, the issue of not being able to buy the cards you want is only an issue for half that game, because Sora's the only person who can actually build decks for.
Yeah, Riku you don't even get to build decks. They just have the decks made for each fight. Like, each section you are in with Riku has a specific deck. Yeah, no. I mean, obviously it is a matter of personal opinion, but I personally would not agree with you that the card battle system was worse than drop.
Ice Barrage.
It's kind of the other thing about the drop mechanic. They actively went out of their way to make things in the game that further make it worse.
Yes.
Yeah, having every status effect increase the rate at which drop happens, giving enemies attacks which literally do nothing but massively increase your drop rate. Yeah, and I can see that, but see, to me, here's how I view it. I view the card battle system in Chain of Memories honestly very similar to the chips in Mega Man Battle Network. It is a very similar style of system, and I absolutely love the Mega Man Battle Network games. Now, they're not exactly the same, because again, you could get specific chips in Mega Man Battle Network, and I do agree, that would have absolutely improved the card battle system in Chain of Memories. But, like, as a system, I don't think the card battle system is bad, it's just their particular implementation could have been improved.
The drop mechanic.
The drop mechanic is bad. Like, that's my stance on it. Like, we have a very specific example of how a very similar card battle system, effectively, could work and could be good. Even the suggested changes we've talked about for how, like, the quote-unquote drop mechanic could work are basically an entirely different mechanic that just has a different, like has the same idea behind it, but mechanically works completely differently. Like, I cannot think of a solid example of a game that uses something similar to drop in this that is any good. You know, like, for an entirely different style of game, sure. I could see it working. Like, what's it, Half Minute Hero. It was taking me a second to remember that name. Half Minute Hero, which is literally like sort of a, like, everything is designed to be based around you have 30 seconds before the spell that destroys the world goes off. You have to rush to the boss's castle and defeat them before it happens. That's cool. It's a time limit, and it's a time limit on gameplay that works. The drop system is a time limit on gameplay for a game that's not really designed around being time limited on gameplay. There's nothing in this game that, like, plays with the drop mechanic.
Besides in a negative way.
Yeah.
Like, there are no positives to the drop mechanic. Like, you can buy very minor buffs from it, basically. And if that was the system that you wanted, there's far better ways to implement something like that than what they did. Yeah, that's apparently a nice thing.
It's like everything else about this game, for the most part, is not atypical Kingdom Hearts. It's pretty normal. Like, the flow motion attack stuff is different, but not terrible. I mean, it's significantly better when you have camera control than it was on the 3DS.
On the 3DS. But it's perfectly fine in this.
Because it was fucking nightmarish on the 3DS, because it was just, you will never be able to see both where you are going and what you are fighting at the same time.
Well, that, and it also uses, or this one also uses the, like, command deck and actions that
from Birth by
Sleep, which was probably the best combat system Kingdom Hearts used.
Easily the best combat system Kingdom Hearts has ever done.
So it's basically, here's that, just with this shitty drop mechanic tacked onto it.
boy.
You waiting for me?
Yes. The boy chosen by the Keyblade. Riku.
What?
I am way too close
It
to
was
this
yours
volcano.
first, wasn't it? But you succumbed to the darkness you could not control. And your prize, the Keyblade, passed on to Sora instead.
Well,
Your mistakes always end up being other people's problems.
Maybe so.
is there a good reason to use D-Links and level them? Not
You performed,
particularly.
although on a grander scale. than-
We used them every once in a while in our playthrough, but they're not.
Let's skip to
Great.
and reveal what this is all about.
Yeah, generally you're better off not. So the main thing that D-Links will do is they will heal you to full health.
Yeah, that's pretty much the only reason to really use them is if you don't happen to have a cure available at the time and you desperately need a cure, but you have a D-Link up, use a D-Link and it'll heal you to full health. That's honestly primarily what we used them for.
They do give you different abilities, but oftentimes you'll have equivalent or better stuff.
God, I wish young Xehanort had melted in lava.
Yeah. Like Shotlock. Use Shotlock all the time.
Yeah,
Shotlock's
shot lock.
fantastic.
Yeah, shot lock is amazing, especially if you get the really good shot locks. Important note: one of the best shot locks in the game is a quest from the arena, or a reward from the arena. You buy with the arena medals.
And as far as that, the other nice thing to do is to make sure to figure out a good combo you can do to do the different forms. Because the form's where it's at in that game. Ow.
Yeah, the more often you can be in and the longer you can stay in the forms, the better off you're going to be, basically.
And a handful of forms are based off doing certain types of attacks.
Yeah, you have to do certain damage types or certain types of attacks, and they will stack into the different forms. I would definitely recommend looking up an FAQ for it, because each character actually has a lot of forms.
Yeah. Some are very easy to get into.
Yeah, there's a couple that are just kind of the default, if you hammer attack for long enough, you will just end up in this form as this character.
Apparently Chernobog is a drop fight.
Yes. Chernobog's a drop fight, and easily the better of the two boss fights.
Well, I'll say this much at least. You notice something missing from the bottom right corner.
What's that?
The drop.
The
gauge.
drop gauge.
Yes. Apparently you can't drop. Well, yeah, because this goes off the.
Yeah, it's using the actual system for diving.
Yeah.
So you can't drop while diving.
Ironically.
But it just means this may be the most tolerable boss fight in the entire game.
Yup. Also nice that we do 3 points of, or an entire health bar of damage to him
No,
with
we
every
don't.
strike.
We do a little chunk of damage to every strike, I believe.
No, because he started with 2 bars, and
Did
every
he?
time you've gone to him, you've done an entire.
Oh, that's nice then.
But yeah, it's a 3-hit boss fight. I looked this up earlier. Because I don't care about spoilers for bosses for this game. Thank you, phone.
You're welcome. Quick, send the spooky ghosts after him.
Yep.
Oh, yeah.
Their entire health bar.
3 and you're done.
Yay!
They're making up for it because Sora's is honestly one of the worst bosses in this game.
Yay!
It may actually be a good time to call it because it's 10 until 5.
Let's get through this already, and then we'll. I don't know, if I'm close to the boss of Sora, we'll at least give it a attempt and then die.
Thank you, Riku. Say, can we try out that sound idea?
Why
Yeah.
start now?
Yeah, it says shut off the console. Also, we need to save our progress.
Yes.
What the hell were you doing?
Conducting music.
Is that what that was supposed to be?
Chloe
Yes.
was like,
Oh.
Clearly. God,
Sorry,
haven't
if-
you ever seen anybody conduct music with a gigantic Viva Pinata ass baton before?
God, red jeans are the worst.
Sora's boss for this one is the Spellcan?
Yep.
Soros Boss is the Spellican who will auto-teleport when you get close to him. You can get like 1 or 2 regular hits in before he will teleport to the other side of the map. He also has drop accelerators. He also has...
He's a boss. He has drop accelerators.
Huh?
Said he's a boss. He has
No,
drop accelerators.
he has a disproportionate number compared to most of the other bosses we fought. The crab's the only other one who has the really...
Yeah, I was gonna say, the fucking Clobster literally had a mist that did nothing but just accelerate your drop rate while you stood in it.
So you're saying I need to buy a bunch of like Fearos before we do that fight?
Yeah.
Yeah, you can do a bunch of long range
Fearos.
stuff.
Sora.
Sora? Funny. Just hearing that name kind of makes me want to smile.
Really?
Yeah.
Makes me want to punch things.
How he is.
What do you know? Riku and Sora. The sound ideas you two set free joined together. And when they did, they made a great and powerful harmony.
Sora can find the
Ivory and ivory.
It's pretty hard not to smile around him.
Wow. No wonder the music sounds like so much fun. But I bet he's got you to thank. Music to really enjoy it.
So you two are dating, right? I mean, that's the vibe I get. No, but where did you get... Why does everyone keep saying that?
They're free to sing.
We're a progressive company now.
Now?
Someday.
We don't talk about Uncle Remus.
Trust me.
Uncle Remus, never forget.
Which one of you closed my keyhole?
Close this hole so tight. Clench! Don't push!
You related the long range for his
Ah, counterpoint. This game is bad. I know it's not going to be the case, but I really hope that... I really wish that Sora's Keyblade he got from this would be called Point.
So we got point and counterpoint.
Yes. They're not clever enough to do that, though.
You might want to save here.
Oh, yeah, I should probably do that.
I mean, if we're being real, that level 1 drop decelerator doesn't really do a whole lot.
Yeah.
I want to dream.
So I was considering for some reason you started off with your drop gauge at 1.3.
That's terrible. Wait, does that mean that the drop percentage only goes down by a certain amount when you start fresh from a new drop? Because he was at like 5 point something the last time we were here with Sora.
I don't know. It literally hasn't actually explained.
Triple plasma.
Okay.
It's either going to be amazing or worthless.
I couldn't tell you though because I'm busy being dead.
But what I was saying is it hasn't really actually explained a whole lot about the drop gauge mechanic thing. It just, like, one time it was like, by the way, when you get hit with status effects, your drop rate will increase.
It must work by like it drops by like 4 or
No,
something.
I think what it actually specifically is that it goes down when you're as the other character, but because we dropped back from Riku early, it didn't drop back fully down.
That is also a valid hypothesis.
That would be my guess. If I were designing this system, first of all, I wouldn't because it's bad. But if for some reason I had to design a system like this, that would be the way I would design it. Would be that basically keeping track of, like, okay, you were at 5.6 when you dropped, and to reset back to 1, you know, you will have X amount of time, you know, basically however long it would take for the other character to fully drop would be how much it would take to get back to 1. And so if you drop early through whatever means. Because if I'm already creating a punitive system, you bet your ass I'm going to find a way to punish people who just use it to drop early and go back to the other character.
Okay, triple plasma, you say?
Because, like, technically speaking, as soon as we get to a save point, we could actually drop from Sora and go back to Riku at any time.
Yeah. Actually, we can drop from here.
Oh yeah, we can't just drop from here. So technically speaking, like, when Sora drops, we go back to Riku, we could just drop from the menu and go immediately back to Sora. The way that I would prevent abuse of that would be by actually making it take time for the drop rate to decrease on the character you're not active
Well, no,
as.
but we did that. Remember, we got way farther with Riku than we did with Sora, so we had to keep dropping back into...
Yes, but
Sora.
at that time we didn't drop from Sora with a particularly high
That's
drop
true,
gauge.
yeah.
We just... Like, again, I'm not saying that's absolutely what's happening here, just that's how I would design it if I were designing this awful system.
The only reason I don't want to believe that is because that implies that they are some sort of clever. And I don't think the people who made this game were any sort of clever.
A degree of
I'll give you that.
cleverness we can't give to them.
Purposeful malice takes thought.
See, the problem, Weldy, is that I'm approaching this from the mindset of a game designer.
And not a Final Fantasy / Disney
Nobody
fiction
involved in
writer.
this game was a game designer. I think that much is obvious.
Oh, God damn it.
Confused. It's not terrible.
About the ice rock?
Yeah.
Ice rock's fine. Yeah, triple plasma was okay though.
Triple Plasma may be helpful to use on Spellican.
Yep.
It's a pretty solid ranged attack.
Yeah. Triple plasma seems fine. I'm not sure what the range on.
So my question, by the way, since I don't think we've ever actually used one, is do Drop Me Nots actually refill the gauge, or do they reduce the drop rate?
I believe they've refreshed gauge. Do I have to equip them with a command?
Yeah.
Yes, they are a command.
Son of a bitch.
Just one more little cherry on there.
What does it say? Restore a small portion of the drop and reset drop speed, so they do both, actually. Also, somehow we literally only have 2 of them? Okay, no, it's just you only... When you equip them to the command deck, it just gives you 2.
Yeah.
It's like, I'm sure we have more than 2 Drop Me Nots. We have,
Yeah, we have 27.
We've literally never used one.
Since this looks like it's the page.
Yep, there's our sound idea.
So easy.
Why are you here?
I live here. Why the fuck are you
My
here?
fucking house.
Talk to the hand.
Beautiful world, isn't it?
If not for the racist
Almost
centaurs,
like a
we got
dream.
rid of them.
Why are you following me around?
You really haven't caught on?
No, I'm an idiot.
Assuming it's all part of your little test. I'm not part of the dream. And if you thought I was, then you're softer than they say.
What?
But this will all be over soon.
Yeah, Hunter, and that's probably what it is that it's
Sleep on.
like when you actually have them equipped, you can only have 2 in like battle situation.
Yeah, and then it refills at the end of the battle.
What? That's horrifying, though. What fight would you need to use 2 of those?
Well, it doesn't completely reset your...
Yeah,
Yeah.
we were not actually that far down on the drop gauge, so it filled it back to full. But I think it doesn't do. It's not a full refill of your drop gauge.
Yeah,
it gives you back a little drop gauge and
It resets
the drop rate.
Yeah.
Thank you, Sora.
Drop me not as an... 50% of the user's drop gauge and reset the rate decreases to its original level.
Guess we should try and get it to work.
Those are moves.
It doesn't help you're doing it with the punch glove
Yeah.
keyblade.
I mean, I can't imagine a keyblade where that wouldn't look stupid. It just looks much stupider with the punch glove.
There's been a couple of thin, like, rapier style.
It's the fact he's doing this.
Yeah.
One sound idea not enough.
Rico already delivered his
I've got a friend out there who will help
asynchronous storytelling.
always picking up the
You're not good at it.
Wow, the sounds are all joining together to make even more powerful music.
Yeah. Two forces are better than one. Right, Rico?
Oh.
Okay. Can I get in there to fight that thing now?
I mean, if you really want to.
Sora,
I'll be fine. See you in a
What's
jiff.
a GIF?
Peanut butter.
Pronounced GIF.
Double impact. Thank God I can save. Okay, so all range shit for this fight, huh?
Yep.
So we do have a Blizzaga.
We do. Where is...
A tornado.
What is double impact?
Might be a red. Yeah, it's right there. It's a follow-up on Sonic Impact.
Ah.
I think we have to remove sliding Sidewinder from under air slide in order to. Oh,
No,
no,
no, there we go.
just do that. Okay, so it is press square during a Sonic Impact to perform a second charging attack, and then he's flying. Sure.
Yeah.
Right. So we do have Tornado.
It does. Okay, so we have a Blizzaga, we have triple plasma, which is fine.
Got a Firaga.
Oh, other direction. Yeah, we got Firaga, but not Fira. Tornado. That's fine, actually.
Yeah, I think
There's
that's...
cure on there, nice barrage is fine.
Yep.
Oh, I'm gonna save again real quick.
Let's go slam our face into this pelican.
We'll give it like an attempt. An attempt or two. Since we're here. Toucan Sam.
Oh, good.
Oh, fuck me. Ow. Ow.
You have any actual movement control at all, or just...
Like I'm stuck on this path, basically.
Okay.
I
There's
can,
no, like,
I can jump.
lateral movement, though?
No. This is trash. Use square to slide, but square doesn't seem to do jack shit. Like, I don't seem to be getting any closer to him than that.
Well, dodges those, at least.
Ow.
You need to jump the big rocks.
It doesn't always dodge those, apparently. Sometimes he just throws stuff directly in front of me. Ah, can't get through that. Show that next to me. God. Well, this is a fight.
Wow.
Huh.
The more I learn about the drop system, the more it depresses me.
Huh.
So there's drop forecasts for every
Yeah.
time that you drop.
Yeah.
Yeah.
One of the drop ones is just you drop quicker.
Ah, okay. That's probably what happened there.
Well, no, there's also a separate glitch that happens where, for no reason, Sora can get stuck on 1.3 for a while.
Hmm.
Because people have explicitly, like, said, like, no, I'm not on the forecast that makes you drop faster. Sora just occasionally gets stuck on 1.3 drop. It's a bug that carried over from the 3DS version.
Wait, so Tornado doesn't actually hurt him.
That didn't want to use Tornado. Doesn't help. Jesus, that's big.
Yes. This game sucks.
I wish there was a better tell for the, like, oh, I'm firing some purple acid bolt things at you that blend in fairly well with the background and are tiny as hell. And had a rational or sane way to be dodged.
Also, nobody's really talking about him in the 2.8 version, but apparently the one, like, Keyblade skill that is good to use against him is Sonic Blade. The Sonic Blade's teleporting nonsense apparently does not give a shit about his teleporting nonsense.
I could see that.
No, Tornado doesn't do extra against them either. Damn.
Plasma actually does a fair amount of damage.
Yeah, triple plasma's pretty much the best we got. If I just had like 3 triple plasmas, that'd be great. Actually, Ice Barrage isn't bad either. Yeah, so that's enough for now.
Yep.
Yeah,
gonna
we're
do-
gonna go ahead and call it there for now. Thank you all for joining us again. We'll be back on Tuesday with something. We don't actually know yet what we're going to be playing on Tuesday, but we'll be back Tuesday night, 7 p.m. Pacific, right here. And in the meantime, the three of us will actually be over on our friend HP Braincase's stream tomorrow, playing some Minecraft, Sevtech Ages. So I think that's going to be at 6:30, I want to say, is when that's scheduled for. So check us out there. Have a good one, everyone.
Yeah, bye everyone.